there's a lot going on in there. Welcome to Corby, and the last remaining part of Corby Old Steelworks. Now this place was absolutely magnificent. If you want to get a bit of a grasp of what Corby used to be like, you only have to have a look at Scunthorpe. Yes, this is an ironstone central. There was quarries absolutely everywhere. I mean, this place was pretty amazing, and what I consider part of the proper backbone of this country. I think we've all gone soft. We need to open up our heavy industry. Anyway, it's gone. That's my opinion. It should be restored or whatever. Anyway, this hellhole, because it didn't just have all good memories. There's some bad stuff that goes on here as well, you know, work-related injuries and stuff. There's even so bad that there was even an underground hospital here as well. I think that's over by Tata Steel entrance over there. Tata Steel, they still got the tube works over in the back. That is the last remaining part of it, but the rest of it is all being ripped up for a industrial estate. A couple actually, one here and one over there. So West Works. We are NN17 5UA, if you want to know. So I don't know if you've seen the Netflix series Toxic Town. I mean, it kind of grasped me, and it is a true story where Corby was being rebuilt and they demolished a lot of the works, and of course the soil is highly contaminated with heavy metals and lots of other bits. It's not good. Anyway, they had to get rid of that and go put it somewhere, but the transportation of it all and where it was stored weren't really good. Council cut so many corners and done backhanders with construction companies and the rest of it. It's diabolical. It actually led to a lot of deformities and births and a lot of stillborns, I'm afraid. So it's yeah.
Hello from Jonathan and from me. Welcome to Friday's programme.
Yes, your weekend starts here. First tonight, victory at last for the parents who've battled for years to win compensation for their children.
The 19 young people suffered birth defects after toxic dust spread across Corby during the reclamation of an old steelworks site in the 1980s and 90s. In a landmark High Court ruling last July, Corby Borough Council was found negligent. Today, the council finally agreed to pay compensation to the children affected. Well, Rhiannon Mills is in Corby for us this evening. Rhiannon, what a great relief it must be for all of the families involved.
Jonathan, it certainly is a huge relief. Now, back in the 1980s and 90s, when this former British steel site was being cleared, little did the families that I've been speaking to today expect it to have such a huge impact on their lives. But it left their children with missing limbs, deformed hands, and has seen them fighting an 11-year court battle. Today, they told me that fight is finally over. Look closely at Lewis Waterfield's hands and you can see the legacy of the clean-up of Corby Steelworks. Now 15, he was born with deformed fingers after his mother was exposed to toxic dust.
They had to amputate both my index fingers, and in the process they tried to graft a toe on my right foot and place it onto I think it was my left hand, but that didn't work out, so I was left with 4 toes on 1 foot and basically back where I am. It's nice to know what the outcome is, you know, and that we can finally move on now, and today hopefully marks the end of something, you know, that shouldn't really have happened.
Today, Lewis and 18 other young people won their battle for recognition. Their legal team announcing a settlement for compensation with Corby Borough Council and an apology, bringing relief for Lewis's mum and many others.
You know, thinking, was it something we've done? We went through our medical history and there's nobody in the family at all like it. We have a daughter who's older and she was fine, just wondering the reasons why, really. So I feel happy but numb, and yeah, it's real and it's over.
Corby became a steelmaking centre in the 1930s, reaching its production peak in the 60s. In the 1980s, as the industry declined, Corby Borough Council began the demolition of steelworks and reclamation of the land, some of it for new housing. The first cases of so-called Corby Hand emerged in 1999. An investigation found no link. Legal action began in 2001, culminating in last year's High Court ruling. The Borough Council still hasn't accepted liability, but today they admitted making mistakes in the clean-up. In a statement, they said, "We accept that money cannot properly compensate these young people. We sincerely hope that this apology will mean that they can now put their legal battle behind them." Susan McIntyre has been waiting 11 years for this day. Her son Connor was born with just one finger on one of his hands.
Nothing will ever bring Connor a hand, and as far as I'm concerned, the apology means more to me than any money at all.
Their solicitors won't reveal how much this payout is worth. It won't make these young people millionaires or erase their disabilities, but at least the constant court battles will finally disappear.
Rhiannon, this case is hugely significant, isn't it?
Absolutely. The lawyers today were really stressing the significance of it. They've described it as the largest case of child poisoning since the thalidomide case. They've also said it could have huge implications for councils right across the country if they were doing this kind of work in terms of protecting their residents. But you mustn't forget the young people at the centre of this case. One mother today described this as a terrible part of Corby's history and one that should never be forgotten.
So that was in the 80s. We're coming with 2025 now, and the rest of the buildings have all gone. Now, this has been in 10 months. I've seen this whole lot destroyed. Now, over at Terrific Road, there's another bit of a dump site. I'll try and find it on an old photo what it looked like, but it just looks like where they used to dump these trains and wagons filled with ore used to dump a lot of this stuff for other bits of slag. It's a byproduct from ironstoning. So I've taken a few videos from there, and that was 10 months ago, and then I've done one in May, and then I've just done one now, and you can see the difference this place has done. But anyway, there are quite a few questions being asked. Nice hairdryer. There's a lot of questions being asked with the community because there's a lot of dust actually being kicked up here. It's quite windy. We're in the middle of Storm Benjamin, or the back end of. And yeah, there's a real sus looking area. Now, I came by a couple of days ago to get the drone up, so I'd like to show you the drone footage. I kind of stand still in one bit, scan over, and then I get a bit further deep into things. I've done a bit of a voiceover for it, but it'd be great if you could just check over the video and see if there's anything in there that you notice, you think, oh, that needs questioning. Scoot round so you can see the train or anything coming out the yard, or whatever that was, beeping. No. All the way around there. Just enough away from many pylons, which is good enough. So here's the site. Got to look at that black soil there, man. I'll have a quick scan and then we'll have a little zoot about. There's a lot going on in there. A lot of earth moving. A lot of contaminated soil. Wow. Right. Let's take a little flight, because I really wanted to have a look at this massive pit they've done just down the side of the entrance here, and it looks rather large and a lot of soil's come out of it. I wonder what that is actually for. Wow, look at the colour of it. No way. Oh, that's terrible actually. Can I zoom in here? Give me a little bit of zoom. Is crazy. Wow. I'll run round to get photos after, but that's pretty crazy. Look at the colour of it. Now, I wonder where they're actually dumping all this soil. That is the question being raised here. So, open top trucks, aggregate lorries. Where did they take it all? I haven't got a clue, but that's pretty bad there. Right, let's go up and in a bit. So Tata Steelworks are still doing tubing over in the back. They still have their train coming in nearly every day. Not really interesting. So there's a load of soil there waiting to be taken. Now what's that about? Now where's that lot going? Who's taking that? Who's doing what? That looked really contaminated, that bit. I mean, look at the whole site, man. I'll see if I can dig out the before pictures for you, just to show a little bit what this was like. I mean, I did come in late and they were already starting to demolish a lot, but this is absolutely insane. Nothing. There's a lot over the back here. Some works down there. This is just stockpiling. Oh wow. I will run round after and get the photos. Like I said, I just want to see what we can get here. It looks like there's a bit of an underpass there, and there's definitely a lot of soil been moved out of this bit. So where have they taken it all? If you spot anything on these videos, please leave a comment down below. I'm pretty sure we're going to have the Toxic Town community having a look over this footage. It's quite remarkable. I mean, look at the colour of that water in there. It's got fence all round it. Yeah, that's definitely something nasty. Ooh. Ooh. Into the sun now, sorry folks. Down here as well. That's absolutely mental. The amount they've got to get rid of. I don't know what that is. It doesn't look nice. So obviously the concrete will be reused elsewhere. I mean, there's a lot of construction going on in Corby, so that can be repurposed. But what we're looking at is the dirty coloured soil. I mean, all this down here looks really contaminated. This could be even where they're storing half of it. And you look at the colour of this, look. This is definitely contamination area, isn't it? Can't see no one with hazmat. In fact, I can barely see anyone working. Yeah, and then over to that pit, that's very questionable. Now, where is this being dumped? Where are they taking it? Because that is some scary looking soil. No way. Look at the colour of it. Blending in with the autumn trees. Right, okay, right. I'm going to stop this here and I'm going to run round and go get the photos. But that is pretty crazy. What are you doing? Brick rock. Yes. He's checking out a sample, look. Ah, sir, you have found Garaderma. That looks like a bit of a bracket fungus. Yeah, you're lucky that tree's hiding you, mate. Here he goes. Go on, son, you can make it up the hill. You've got enough power, go on, son. Oh, he's slipping. He's slipping. He's stuck. Yeah, he's stuck. Go on, son. Nope. Right, round two. Go on. Try it, son. Oh, how unfortunate. I mean, I suppose they have got to do their job. I get that. I get that. He's proper. Oh, he's going forward a bit. Go on, sunshine. You can do it. There we go. Right, now where is he taking that? I might just have to move along a little bit so I can see what he's doing here. Oh, if I go up. He's turning around. He's backing up. Oh, you're dumping it there. Right, so if he's dumping it there, we just need a lorry to come by and pick that stuff up. Questions have been asked over to the council for full transparency of where this stuff is being taken to and who's taking it. Now, I've got a couple of companies. The equipment is done by L. Lynch and then Collins. They're in there, and I think they're getting rid of the bad soil. But then I see Collis Construction all over the place, so maybe not. And there's also Willowbrook here as well. Now, the other day we had a white unmarked aggregate lorry go in there. Now, don't know. But if anybody sees any aggregate lorry come out of here loaded, then feel free to go follow them. Let me know. Let me know down in the comments. I want to kind of get about and have a look at places. I want to have a look at Wakeley. I want to have a look at Ringstead. There's a couple of other places as well from back in the 90s that are still kept secret. I think allegedly one of those is Calfitt Quarry, which me and Jamie Brady went to, got the drone up. It's absolutely stunning, just one big line of an old railway line. So that may be one. There's another one where there's an old tip. So in the back you can see the gasworks right at the back, which is actually subsiding from where the last lot of soil was taken. That's why they had to shut the speedway. The soil on it weren't done right and it kind of subsided. So the gasworks have got to go, and so is the speedway. Yeah, nice hairdryer, like I said before. If you feel big, if it makes you feel big, buddy, I don't mind. I don't mind that at all. Right, so when I sent up this drone footage, I did see that there's like a hazmat shower unit, decontamination area. So maybe where this lorry has just taken over a load of the other soil, maybe that's where that is. But there's a couple of workers down there that don't actually look like they're wearing hazmat. So how contaminated that soil is, I'm not too sure. There was a lovely lady that came through on Facebook, and she actually managed to put a couple of the pictures through to ChatGPT or whatever that AI bot is, and it come back with some very interesting results. So I think I'd like to show that as well. But there I mean, this place was absolutely amazing. Like I said, when you have a look at what Scunthorpe was like, well, is like, and Scunthorpe could look like this very soon. They're trying to shut it. I mean, our government have had to step in to try and save it. And yeah, we do need to save this kind of industry. But where we're replacing it, there needs to be a little bit of thought into what's actually being done. I mean, over at Stannion, which is Calfitt Quarry, I see a report that there are two ladies that lived across the road from each other that had deformities, or birth defects. So that's why I believe Calfitt Quarry would have been a big bottomless pit for them to chuck a load of this contaminated soil into. So yeah, I will be kind of helping and offering my services to the Corby Toxic Town ladies and gentlemen that are actually fighting for a little bit of justice and answers, because where all this is going, I mean, all the dust, I mean, I can see, you can't see it from here, but over where these are working, there's so much dust being kicked up, and I see one tractor with a Collins water trailer on the back, kind of spraying a little bit. I mean, I suppose it does help, but on the Tatter service road, when it comes out, there was a lorry went past and all this dust kicked up. So reminds me, I want to pop down to the houses down along there where the cars are all parked. I want to see if there's any dust on the roofs. Just want to, anything, just give me a sign. But the problem is as well, where you've got the subsidence of the speedway and the gasworks, you know, it seems like the water table has moved underground and it's leaked. Oh, but it's made out of concrete. Yeah, but you get that concrete cancer stuff, don't you? And things can decay underground. So maybe it's leaked, but the Grettonbrook Road is really bad. If you go along there, make sure you wear a mask when it's dusty, and if there's loads of water all about, which there usually is, then just make sure you wash yourself afterwards. The Grettonbrook is really bad, and it has been for such a long time. I did do a video on that. I'll leave that linked in the description below for you. That is scary when you see the colours. I mean, you can't even differentiate the colour of that pit against the blooming trees next to it. I shouldn't be laughing, but it's crazy. Where's the answers? If anybody knows or has any idea where any of that rubbish is being taken to, please, please let us know, please. But this is too windy for me. I'm gonna get out of here. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, hit that like and subscribe. Go check out the Corby Toxic Town petition. Have a good old read of it. It's what the actual people are doing it. I'm just a tool and I'm just happy to help. I can't take credit for anything. I just want to document the best that I can for them. Let the soul lead, right? Anyway, yeah, I'll leave the link for the petition in the description. But from the madness of Corby, I hope you have a blessing. Love and light, with a whole heap of more fancy unity.